What's good, beautiful people, ladies and gents and ladies? What's good? What's good? What's good? Your boy's back with another video, and we back. This time around, we really back. And I just want to welcome you guys. I hope everybody's been profitable. I want to welcome all of the new subscribers too. I've seen the subscribers went up, so thank you so much, guys, for subscribing. And then also to the new people that's watching, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and welcome. Guys, I've just been doing a lot of thinking. So before we actually get into like the Funding Talent Challenge and where I'm at right now, so I've just been doing a lot of thinking as to the direction of my page and what I enjoy recording, what I enjoy doing. So as you guys know, I did say I'm gonna put out the FTMO video. I actually prepared all of the information, all of the research and everything. And in the week that I was off last week, I was thinking, do I really want my page to go in that direction? Do I want to be the kind of the prop firm guy? I don't want to be the prop firm guy, so I'm not gonna do that. Honestly, I don't want to be the guy that's really like kind of advertising or sending people in a direction for a prop firm, and when they do pick the prop firm that they want and things go wrong, then they want to blame somebody for it. So that's not the direction that I want to go in. I want this YouTube page to be more about my journey within Forex, okay? So like the growth, I want to look back on this page next year when I'm more profitable than what I am right now, because right now it seems to me that I'm just hitting break even most of the time. So like when I look back on this page and I look back on my daily kind of vlogs or my daily like chats with you guys, I want to be able to see the growth. And yeah, it's just for you guys to learn like that trading is 10% technicals and 90% like psychological, or whatever you want to, I don't know, psychology. Like 90% thought process and just going through the emotions and being able to take that next trade even though the previous three were losers. Like last week was quite a bad week. I ended up ending like slightly below 1%, and then this week, obviously because it's Monday, I'm still on the exact same place. So I took a trade this morning on GU and I took a loss slightly under 1%, actually just above 0.5%. And then I took a trade on GJ, which kind of leveled out the lose for today. So I just lost about $10 for today. So I'm still slightly under 0.5% on the account. I did not blow the account. You guys are probably thinking this guy's not making videos anymore because he blew the account. But nah guys, I didn't blow the account, in all honesty. I'll show you guys now. It didn't grow too much, so as I mentioned, we are pre-New York now. Not pre-New York, but before New York. We're going to go into pre-New York in about an hour's time, so 6:30 Eastern time. And then yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm not too sure whether I'm gonna be trading New York today, just because I took 2 trades already today. And yeah, but I want to discuss the fact that I refined so much things while I was gone, and not necessarily just with trading, but it's more my psychology that I was working on. Because it's not about, like, guys, if you break even, a lot of people's gonna say focus on your winners, but your winners are not going to change really. This is what I've realized. Like, your winners or the trades that you win, it's not going to change if you're going to stick with that strategy. It's going to be the losing trades that you need to kind of change and learn how to minimize your losing trades, so that when you do win, your winners is a bit more, you know what I mean? So either you're gonna have to adjust your strategy to make more break even, or when you do go lose, you're not losing the full amount. So the first time around, you guys know that I did the moving my stop loss to 0.5% and so on. So like what I've decided to do now is just to kind of adjust and make things a bit like less stressful and just a bit easier in trading. And then also just make it more so that when I do win, I'm not just covering losses, but I'm making more money. So yeah, guys, that's the where the account is, and that's where the channel is gonna go for like what I can see. I'm gonna do daily videos because I like speaking. I like recording my process and my daily journal on like on camera. It's easier for me to write than to write it down. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna continue this. I hope that you guys enjoy this journey with me. And yeah, hopefully we can, the goal that I wrote down was to be funded by end of August, or at least by the end of this quarter, which means the end of September. So, but the goal was to complete the challenge in August, and we have about 2 weeks left. So let's hope that this goes well. And this is just an update. I will be back with everyday videos, I promise you guys. But your boy's just back from gym now. We're actually in gym for about a month and a half, almost 2 months. I'm quite excited about that. The consistency is there now. And yeah, so I've been chowing shit, like just eating, like I haven't been eating as clean as I would like. So the end of August, we're gonna start cleaning up the eating habits and everything, start making better like lifestyle changes. I don't want to say diet because literally the word die is in diet, so I'm not trying to die with what I'm eating, you know what I mean? So like making better lifestyle changes, and then also adding some more cardio. Right now I'm doing 2 6K runs a week, adding a bit more cardio just so that we can start cutting weight. But right now we just focused on muscle growth in terms of that. I'm quite excited about the gym, guys. I won't even lie to you. It helps you in a manner where, especially as a trader, that's why I always say try to do something that gets growth. It doesn't matter what happens, because with trading is not like everything else in life. Trading, you can put in your work weekends, you can put in the work daily, right? But you don't know what the outcome is when you enter that trade. That's the thing about trading. You don't know whether it's going up or down. All you can do is have those patterns and processes in place ahead of time, so that when you take the trade, you know that you took the trade every other, like the same like you took it on all of your backtesting sessions, the same like you took it for the past month, for the past year, the same way you took that trade and you saw that trade multiple times. So now it's just a matter of probability playing out and knowing what your probability is, and then handling it in a way where, okay, I failed, or not necessarily I failed, I caught a loss. How do I learn from this? You know what I mean? I think a lot of us have kind of traders block when we catch a couple of losses, because we look at it as a loss. But the minute you enter a trade, you must remember that there's only two things to learn from that trade. It's either you catch a loss and you learn, okay, how do I have better risk management? How do I what can I do better in this situation, right? Maybe there was something that you didn't really take note of, so you look at it from every aspect. Like, how would I have if you went long, how would I have entered a short in this? What did I not see? Like, what went wrong? Okay, you look at all of those things, and if it's a winner, you're just going to look at how can I replicate this, how can I do it 99 more times. So it's either you win or you learn, and both times you're actually learning, because even with your winners, you're going to ask yourself, okay, how do I replicate this? Same way this morning when I looked at my GU trade and I asked myself, okay, what did I possibly do wrong here? What can I get better at? And I realized that the risk management was on point. And yeah, also guys, this is the biggest update of this video. The biggest update before we head into the charts, or not the charts, but onto the FT terminal. Funding talent, in my opinion, right now, I don't know, it's very uncertain. And you guys know that I've advocated for funding talent so much, but it's, in my opinion, it's just very uncertain. I'd say, I'm not going to tell you which prop firm to go with, but do your research, guys. I'm still in the challenge phase, so I can't tell you about payouts or anything, but I can tell you guys, it's so uncertain. Like, the rules that they added on in the past month, it's crazy. Like, there's rules that they added on, the server changed, like spreads are, it's not even IC markets or even FTMO. Like, the spreads was better than FTMO. Obviously they don't have commission, but now the spreads, like I was looking at the spreads this morning on GU, guys. GU is usually like 3 points, 2 points, like pre-London, 3, maximum 5 points, max. Like on most ECN servers, IC markets, FTMO. I don't know about my Forex funds, but I know theirs is a bit like funding talents now. But this morning when I was looking at GBP USD, it was like 9 points, 1 pip. I'm looking at it. I was even like watching GBP JPY to see if there's any trade, but then I looked at the spreads. It's like 1.5 pips. I'm looking at this thing and I'm saying, what? Like, when did this thing even change? You know what I mean? So I don't know, guys. Just be aware of it. I wanted to spread the word. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. We're just gonna have to like see the longevity of it. But honestly, if I must give my personal opinion, and this is my personal opinion, guys, when I start to make money with funding talent, I'm probably gonna like divert over into FTMO just because of the like the eligibility and sustainability of the prop firm. I don't see, although they like the conditions is not the best, right? The conditions is not as favorable as funding talents to the trader. I would say the foundation it's stable. They don't change too much. Like funding talent has changed so much over the past 2 months. While I was so last month obviously was my first challenge. You get placed in this Discord and you just see rule changes on rule changes on rule changes. I personally don't think that's sustainable. I don't think it's a sustainable business model. So yeah, guys, there's probably going to be more rule changes and more rule changes and more rule changes and more server changes and things like that. So I'm not saying they don't pay people out. Personally, I don't know because I haven't. Obviously, when I did my research, a lot of people got paid out. That's when I did my research, when I put the video out. But I just know that when you start adding too much things into the pot, like when you're cooking and you're adding too much things into the pot, it can either end up tasting really, really good, or it can taste it's like pure shite. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, guys, this can either be very, very good or really, really bad for traders. So yeah, just remember, guys, don't depend on prop firms like that. I always say just get the bag, secure the bag, and then try to build your own personal account up from this as fast as possible, because we don't know for how long these prop firms are going to be there. So it's always about building your own sustainability and getting your own account up to where these accounts are. So to 100,000, 25,000, 50,000, as fast as you can do that, that's the best thing. Don't even worry about like trying to take too much of that money and make it your personal funds. Make it so that you can build your own personal account. Well, this is what I'm gonna do, so that I can build my own personal account to around about 50,000, 100,000, and then after that it's fine. I can then start to trade more on my own account and still use prop firms as just another added income. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys, let's actually, I know I ranted, but this is the first one back since a minute. So let's get into the finding talent portal.
Guys, so as you guys can see, I did not blow the account. As I mentioned before, I did not blow the account. And yeah, I've just been keeping an eye on this end date. We're on the 16th, so we probably have about 2 weeks. We have about 2 trading weeks to get to the 28th, if I'm correct. And yeah, as I mentioned, guys, this right here is what it looks like. So last weekend Friday, I actually went up and I shat because I took a win that put me above 25,000, and then I lost it again back because I saw I thought I saw another trade, but nah, your boy didn't. So I lost it. And then the same thing happened this morning. I lost some money and then I made it back. I actually went above 25,000 for some time. But then what happened was I didn't close out the trade. So yeah, that's basically it. This is my positions right here. So that's the loss this morning. That's the win. This is how the trades have looked so far. You can see a ton of break evens, but I want to mention that's not all of the trades that I took, because I don't know, TradingView updated this site, and so when you used to save something, you just click on this thing, then there used to be a pop-up, right? Then they just used to say save chart. Now if you click this save chart image thing, it actually saves the picture. That's quite fucked up. So now I need to click a copy link, and I need to like do those things immediately. I was so used to just having new tabs open, right? I was so used to having the new tabs open and then coming back later the day, looking over my trades and then only journaling it. So now I need to actually journal it immediately. So yeah, guys, that's the two trades that I took today. What I learned is risk management is so important. So this is what I was seeing, right? Overall, this thing is in a downtrend from the 4H, or that's my perspective. My perspective is that right here, when price broke this area in the market, right here, we shifted from bullish to bearish. And then we came up, we created a level here, pushed down, creating a low. You could consider this a double top, but you can see there's an area in the market where price failed to break above for quite some time. So I mark that area, I mark this area, and then I drop down to the 1H, and this was all done this morning. You can see that we have this area in the market where if price comes to it, we're more than likely going to have turbulence or whatever resistance, whatever you want to call it. So all I'm simply doing is I'm dropping down time frames to then see if there's any support that was broke. What I could see is that the level was created in the market, it was respected, then we broke down. And this was when I came to the chart this morning. Now, to be fair, I think I might have taken this trade a bit too early because I was thinking, okay, pre-London usually starts 7:30 South African time, and then 6:30 in like London time or England times. Okay. So I'm thinking, okay, when we break this low, I can then anticipate price to continue down into this area, right? So we broke the low, and I figured if you look at the candle, look at how the candle was formed, right? So we have 4H being bearish, we then have the 1H and 30 minutes switching bearish. Now, when they broke this key level here that you could see, we failed to break for quite some time. So I'm thinking, okay, because of that, let me wait for a signal to then start to look for entries in the market. And this right here was big for me, just because you can see that when price came back into this area, the bulls were slowing down. And then not only that, there was so much sellers in the market right here that there was no top wick. So what does that mean? That there's so much sellers that the bulls couldn't even push this candle up at any point. So I was just thinking, okay, this is a very good stop loss placement. By the looks of this, there's so much sellers in the market. We're more than likely, if we are going to take out the low of this candle, we're more than likely going to have that momentum to push down. And that was my thought process behind it. And my management would just work as it usually works. So we got in, and then it just didn't work. And way before it hit my stop loss, so my stop loss was up here. This was the trade. I think it was about a 10 pip stop, something like this. 10 pip stop. I was out of this trade way before we even hit my stop loss, like the max stop. I was out of this trade. I think I closed like the last 6.5% or 25%. I don't know what you want to call it, at the close of this blue candle right here. And then I was aiming for this for like a 1 to 3 or something like that. That's what I was looking at. And that was the trade that I took this morning. And then thereafter, when I was expecting momentum to then come in, I looked at this pair, and it was on the 15 minute. So I'm going with the same thought process of GU, just that it was slightly different because this was not bearish as of yet. You see this green level right here. This green level indicates to me that price is still bullish, right? Until we break it. This wick right here is the previous 4H wick. So all I'm doing is I'm waiting for price to show me that we break the previous 4H wick to then show me that there is potential for price to go down. So price broke the 4H wick here. You can see we had a pullback back into this region right here, multiple wick rejections. And at the time, 15 minutes before London open, which is this candle, I'm telling myself, okay, if price do start to take out this low here, I think it's this low. I'm not too sure, but I know I sold when price started to take out this low. My stop loss was above here, and I was targeting these areas right here. And that was just the simple thought process behind this trade. The reason why I said this low, because I think this is the low of the 30-minute too. So it's the 15-minute low and the 30-minute low. I had a 10 pip stop here, or it was 11.4. And I was going for a 1 to 2 on this one. And that was just the thought process behind this trade. Obviously, this one came back at break even, but I took 50% off, slightly above 1 to 1. So at about 12.6 pips, I took 50% off of the trade. And then as we broke this high, I took another 50% off, and I just let the rest run to break even. Guys, how do I do all of this 50% off? I'm not doing no calculations or anything. There's a special tool that I use to do this. I did mention it to you guys, and luckily I do have a discount. I'm gonna do a separate video for that. I'm just gonna, guys, on this channel, as I mentioned, it's the way I want to move with this channel. I'm just gonna be doing videos on things that I think is gonna help traders, right? So if I think it's really going to help you as a trader because I used it, I'm going to make a video about it. And whether you think it will help you or not will depend on you. You can use it. I'm just going to give my personal opinion. And if you want to use it, then by all means, you can use it. Okay, so I'm going to make a separate video on that. And I hope that everybody enjoys it, that you share it with your friends and all of your trader friends, because especially if you're a day trader, this tool it's the one. I'm not even joking. It's literally the one. But those are my trades that I took for the day. For New York, I'm not too sure what I'm looking at. I'm just gonna wait the extra 30 minutes before I actually look at the charts to see exactly what is going on. I'm gonna get me some chow real quick, and we'll take a look at it after that. Thank you so much for tuning back in with the boy. From your boy Marcelino. Have a wonderful New York session. Have a wonderful day. And if you're watching this at night, I hope that you take your sleep way more seriously than what you are. Catch those 8 hours, whatever. Just have a good sleep, okay? And yeah, guys, be profitable. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day at work if you're working. Don't forget to love your family. Don't forget to just love yourself. And from your boy Marcelino, peace and love. Peace out.